Hi all, it's Ben, bringing you another product review. This one's for the Atomi portable power station. It's essentially like those little pocket backup power batteries that you plug for your phone. This one's a 20,800 milliamp hour system. It's kind of cool because you can charge up to 4 devices on it. You can have the standard three prong outlet. It's going to provide 120 volts and up to a capability of about 80 watts. So that's enough for most laptops, but not the most beefiest laptop. It also has 3 other ports, 2 USB-A interfaces, and a USB-C. Now the cool thing about it is it also has a digital display to let you know how much battery life is in it. And it says this one's a Qualcomm 3.0 I guess charging, and this one's USB-C. This is also where you recharge this unit, and there's a standard USB-A 5 volt 2.4 amp, and this one down here on the reverse side is the 120 volt 80 watt system. And just kind of give some specs, like you can charge a MacBook 12-inch about one time, Surface Pro, and everything else. And I'm going to go ahead and open this bad boy up and we'll take a look what's inside. What's inside is actually pretty simple. It's the Atomi power supply here. As I said, here is the 3-prong outlet. Now, just to clarify, I read through this instructions and the intent isn't for you to plug this in and have your laptop just running off of this. But if you did have the laptop off, you could plug it in and recharge your laptop, as well as recharge your phones. And this unit isn't intended for you to like plug in, I don't know, anything that uses a 3-prong. I mean, certainly you wouldn't use this while camping and plug in your hairdryer because it's only 80 watts. It's clearly not going to have enough juice to do it. So these are the USB sides for charging your phone. You just need the appropriate cable. I'm going to give you the stats on it real quick. So the output of this USB-C right here is 5 volts, 3 amps. This Qualcomm USB-A interface 3.0, it can output 5 volts at 3 amps, 9 volts at 2 amps, or 12 volts at 1.5 amp. And then this standard USB-A is 5 volts at 2.4 amps, so it's pretty decent. The way it works is, when you do, right now it's not charged up, but when you push and hold for 2 seconds, it turns this guy on. As soon as this guy is on, you can just plug in any cable and it'll charge whatever device you have. You have to do a short press, like I think less than a second, and turns on this dude. And then the light will come on and it's ready to charge up anything that you have 3-prong outlet with. So I'm going to go ahead and actually just recharge this right now. There's an actual fan in here that keeps this thing cool. So they tell you to turn it off, push and hold longer than 2 seconds to turn the whole unit off to keep the fan from running all times and draining out this battery. So I'm going to actually go ahead and recharge it right now. It comes with a USB-C to USB-C plug and its own charging adapter, which is 5 volt, 3 amps. So it will take a little bit of time to fully charge up this guy, but I'll charge it up and then we'll give it a go. So it's plugged into the wall. I'm going to plug it into the USB-C. This is input and output. So in other words, if you weren't charging it, you could charge off of 1, 2, 3, 4 ports. So as you can see right now, the total battery life is 0%. So this Atomi power station has been charged up to 100%. It took about 7 hours. So I'm going to disconnect it now, and I'm actually going to charge up the iPad, mini iPad, a pair of earbuds, Samsung earbuds, a Samsung cell phone, and then a vaping monitor. I'm going to attach the iPad to the larger plug here. So here is our setup. I have the Samsung cell phone charging on this USB-A 2.4 amps. I have my Samsung earbuds attached to charge to the USB-C, and the Qualcomm 4 times speed is going to charge the baby monitor. Then over here I have the iPad mini attached here to charge off the 120 volt 80 watt output. So what's going to happen is when I push and hold this on button, this should kick on and all 4 of these bad boys should start charging. On top of that, if this is activated, you're going to see a little light come up here. So let's try this out. All right. Get some focus. Bam. Hold for about 2 seconds. Boom. It's on. This guy's charging. This guy's charging. This guy's charging. This guy hasn't turned on yet. That's cool because we just pushed this now. Second time. Bam. Starting to charge. And there you go. So, as advertised, it can charge 4 things all at once. So this Atomi I actually got as a gift to, I got as a gift. This is pretty cool because you can charge 4 things. It's a pretty big, beefy power pack. And even if you had a three-prong connector, you can charge all kinds of things. Keep in mind that maximum output is 80 watts. So this is good if you go out to camp or you're going to have to take this out somewhere where you don't have reliable cell service. So you can always top off your various electronics equipment as well as just have this big supply so it lasts you for a pretty long time. I like the LED feature that tells you how much power is left in percentage. So it's 100% because we just charged it up. So if you find yourself needing something really beefy, keep in mind this isn't very portable. You can't just put this in your pocket or purse or European carry-all, men's carry-all, because it's pretty large. So usually the smaller battery power packs that you keep with you to just charge up your phone maybe once or twice is good enough. But something like this is definitely good if you need to charge up your laptop, your iPad, or anything else. I also want to point out that they said, let's say if I had this one disconnected and I was trying to charge it while also charging everything else, in other words, you're using this as a splitter, this doesn't work that way. It's not going to charge while also trying to get charged. So keep that in mind. Anyways, thanks for watching. I just want to point out that I disconnected the 3-prong plug and this is still active so it can still charge because they say to keep this unit cool, there's actually a small little fan in here to keep things cool. So if you know you're not going to use this and you're going to use the USBs to charge, they recommend pushing and holding this button to turn this guy off. That keeps this guy more topped off. So just keep that in mind. Otherwise, you're going to run this down a lot faster than you would expect.